Hey everybody, welcome to Wackadoo Unhinged. I'm Steve Fuller. I am the founder and head brewer here at Wackadoo Brewing, and as always, I'm joined by my friends Denis and the Brew Squatch, aka Shaun. And today's special guest with us today is Daniel. He is one of our older customers, not older in age, but older as in he's been here for a long time. And as you can see, he's one of our Mug Club members as well. Everybody here is a Mug Club member except for me. That's why I've got my own specialty mug that was just given to me by the amazing Yoda, a good friend of mine who made this one. It's the Pinecone Nation for disgruntled vets and 22 until none. So, because we have their event coming up this Friday, our No Shave event, where we'll be raising money for 22 until none. And their goal right now is to raise $10,000. And they are very, very close to hitting that at this point now. If you want to donate, go check out Disgruntled Vets on Facebook or 22 until none. They both have the event up there and with a little donate button. And it's absolutely amazing to do this event. It's just a bunch of guys basically auctioning off beards, mustaches, and shaving heads to help raise money for charity. 22 Until None is for veteran suicide prevention. It was the very first nonprofit the brewery ever started working with, and we've been working with them steadily ever since. And they've been just really amazing. So they'll be out here this Friday night from 5 to 9 p.m. So besides Daniel being a Mug Club member, he is also an employee here at Wackadoo. During our last rotation, I guess is a nice way to put it, of employees, Daniel stepped up, and he'd already been coming in here for a couple of years. So, I mean, he knew the deal. He knew how it worked here. And you've been doing a really great job, and we really appreciate you being here. And so you are our guest on the podcast today, which sounds kind of weird. So, hi, Daniel.
Hi, yet again.
Yep.
You're still under 2 minutes.
We're still
Remember
under 2 minutes.
Yeah,
we gotta wait.
I don't know.
So before we ask Daniel any questions, we're going to wait. We make sure we pass the 2 minute mark. So first thing I want to do is I want to give a shout out to a guy named Corey who put a comment on our last week's podcast on YouTube and said that there is 1,000 new podcasts every week. 999 of them don't make it past episode 3. And so I wanted to say thank you, first of all, because you're absolutely right. I've seen a bunch of people start and finish. Also, this is episode 3. So next week I get to tell you, haha, we made it to past episode 3. But I mean, that's a very good point. You know, exactly. It starts shrinking real quick because people do a couple episodes and they're like, oh, nobody likes my stuff. And I mean, we're at 25 subscribers right now, and that's still not going to stop me from doing this every single week. So
instant gratification just doesn't take hold.
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah. If you're not, well, it's just like we talked about, I think last week, about starting a business. If you don't like make it rich in the first 3 months, people quit. And it's like, that's not how it works.
Well, because they're only in it for the money.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. What do you mean 1,000 people didn't like my comment I made on some stupid thing? You're like, yeah, it takes time. So here we are, not influencers, but podcasters. All 25 people have subscribed. So thank each and every one of you. And if anybody else subscribes this week, thank you ahead of time. All right. Let's talk about Christmas Day at the brewery. On every Thanksgiving and every Christmas, which we talked about on the very first podcast, we do an absolutely free feast here every single year. This will be our 4th year doing it, where we fill the 3 middle tables full of food. We got side tables with all the sides and the desserts and like that. And it's absolutely amazing. So if you don't have anywhere to go or you just want to come hang out with us on Christmas Day, starting at 1 p.m. is when we officially start the feast, but the brewery opens at 10. And just come in and have a great day with us. You don't have to buy anything. There's no catch to it. Just come in, enjoy your food, and have a great time with all of us here at the brewery. And now we're past 2 minutes.
Okay, now you can speak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Try to limit it, but still, you're good now.
For those who know me, there's a reason for that 2 minute rule.
Pretend there's an old couple sitting at the bar.
Or my nieces.
Right.
Well,
so just so everybody's aware, Daniel is also one of the veterans here at the brewery. And unlike all the rest of us, somehow we ended up with a Marine here. But I gave you credit because you were also infantry. So you got my love there. But
the DEI hire.
Yeah, he's the DEI.
I was. Just retarded enough, guys. We'll eliminate.
See, now you can call yourself retarded, but don't be like the president and call a governor retarded. Then it's bad.
Yeah,
so,
that's because I represent it.
There you go. So, so Daniel, Marine and infantry. It's freaking awesome. So, any of you guys have a question for him?
You were infantry, but you said something about you did comms. communications?
Yeah, so when I was first in the United States Marine Corps Infantry 2-2 Warlord, shout out by the way. Easy Company's best company. Fox
Damn.
and Golf, go suck it.
See?
I was a fire team leader within, I want to say, like after my first deployment, I was a fire team leader, and then I was a squad leader for a very, very brief period. Absolutely hated it. Just taking care of that many guys, especially that were like much older than me, was really challenging, especially when some of them were man children. So when the opportunity came up where they're like, hey, we needed to have a radio operator, I was like, hey, I volunteer as tribute. Sign me up. And so I went ahead and took over the radio operator billet, not the MOS, a completely different thing. And I did comms for a good, my memory's kind of fuzzy. I want to say like maybe almost close to 2 years. So yeah, but I loved it. It was a lot of fun, a lot of responsibility, a lot of extra weight you had to hike with, unfortunately. You would know that.
And an easy target because you got that big antenna.
Yeah, the big floppy
That was where I was going to go
yeah.
next. How much extra weight is that on your back?
Well, we still had Vietnam era radio systems.
Were you guys still using like the pricks, not the SIM cards? Oh my God. Yeah, so you had that. You have a couple of spare batteries, the extra
I'm pretty
hand
sure
mics.
Marines are still using their pricks.
Kind of never stopped.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're looking at like sometimes like you got lucky and you had a lighter radio to carry, and some days you were carrying 2 different radio operating systems. And
Yeah, we had to do this sometimes. We had to have 2 because like
Yeah.
the PL would have to talk to the platoon and then also have the company freak separate.
yeah. Well, then you have like your short range and then you have your long range comms too. So I mean, and then not to mention like all the spare batteries, especially in Norway was the worst because we had the most spare batteries there because just the cold would kill our batteries.
Yep.
And I'm telling you what, like having to go ahead and sleep in the Arctic Circle with like 3 or 4 spare like bricks in between your legs just to keep them warm, and like 2 like layered sleeping bags was just such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, that was a badass thing about you that I definitely, even I can't say this, but like you were in the Antarctic.
Yeah, yeah, I actually was. We were the last Marine Corps unit to actually qualify for the Arctic Ribbon before they went ahead and actually completely stripped it away.
That's just insane. Like,
Yeah.
You had to say you, like, oh yeah, I've been on other continents. No, you've been in the Antarctic.
Yeah,
Arctic or Antarctic?
Arctic.
Oh, okay.
Like Arctic Circle.
I'm used to anti stuff.
Yeah, so Antarctic, that's a completely separate ribbon. Mostly scientists only ever get that ribbon, actually. But what was it? I forget the name of it exactly to a T. Sorry, been out for a hot minute. But yeah, it was the we just called it the Arctic ribbon, and I actually got called out on it on a few uniform inspections too, where like some senior, but well-educated and well-knowledgeable officers or high-ranking enlisted men would like be doing uniform inspections and be like, "What the hell is this ribbon right here?"
Did you hear the political correctness? in
Right?
that?
You're not in, bro. They can't get you anymore.
That was nice.
I know.
That was really good. I'm proud of you for that. That was like the most politically
that sounds
correct.
like it was coming from somebody who was still in and was worried about
Yeah.
repercussions.
It's like
That was good. I'm genuinely proud of you. That was really well said.
Some of maybe some of that customer service management
Alright.
calls actually came through, except for the ones that peeved me a little bit. But yeah, so to answer back to your question, short answer, we went way too far ahead. Sometimes it would range from like just like 25 pounds to up to like 35 to 40 pounds, sometimes even.
And that's on top of what
On top of what
everybody
we're
else was
already
carrying.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had a pretty heavy burden to bear.
Yeah, and you're a pretty small.
Oh, I was a scrawny guy.
You're a
Yeah.
smaller
Oh yeah,
guy.
no, they give the radios to and the
Radios
machine
and
guns.
light machine
Yeah,
guns.
Exactly. What's the heaviest crap we have? Who's our smallest guy? That math always seems to add up.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird though, because even then,
Well,
like,
yeah, because small people are filled with rage.
That's very true.
yeah, they get small person syndrome, or they get just, I don't know, like
Maybe that's
bully
why they're
geek
filled with
syndrome.
rage.
Yeah,
That could be too. There could be an inverse reaction.
I don't think the machine gun helps, no.
no,
Well, I feel like it helps vent the rage
Oh, yeah, 100%.
when you actually get to use it.
yeah.
And you pray to use it so you're not carrying the ammo home.
Right? Exactly. That's why you got to spendex. Get rid of it all.
Machine gunners, what dream that fatal? Was it a fatal funnel, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You give me one narrow corridor where lots of people are going to come through. Oh yes.
Yes.
I saw some combat footage the other day looking around online, and it was a saw gunner, and they're moving through a town, I think it was Afghanistan, and they were pointing up the road a little bit. He comes out, and all you see is a street with a couple of bushes on the side, and he just lets the whole belt go.
Yeah, whole 200 round
Just
belt, no
sweeps
jams
it.
or nothing.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
If he's still in there, he ain't happy.
All right. So last time I got you at like the 2 minute of the end of the video mark. So I'm going to ask you now. Do you have something you wanted to talk about today?
I was gonna ask you about your drill sergeant days.
Okay.
Your favorite shitbag that you got to punish.
Oh. So there was this kid who right away, like day 2 of being there, came up and told me he was gay, and he wanted me to put him out of the Army for that. So I went straight to the commander, and the commander's like, no, we don't do that anymore. And I was like, okay. Went back and told the soldier, I was like, hey, sucks to be you. You're here now. And he's like, well, I've kissed another soldier. And I was like, okay. Did the other soldier, is the other soldier going to say anything? Well, no. I was like, well, then tough shit. And then we went on and on and on, and he would start just doing little screw-ups all over the place trying to get thrown out. And I started getting on him more and more and more, and he became the target of anything that happened because he was just being so stupid on purpose. And finally we got to the what they call the buddy movement. That's where like you and another soldier do the fire, and then you move up, fire, and then you move up.
Cover and move.
Yeah, thank you. Anyways, get to the very end, and that's when we let them put it on burst and just shoot the rest of the ammo off so they can see what it's like on burst. That's their first opportunity to do that. All the soldiers love doing it. And also, we don't want to take ammo back, so we just have them burn it all up. We get down there to the end of it, and he just stands there, and I was like, put it on burst, shoot the targets. And he just stood there, and he's staring at me. And I walked over to him. I said, God damn it, and I got it right in his shit. He turned the gun towards me, and I grabbed the barrel and moved it just as he pulled the trigger.
Jeez.
So I immediately took the barrel and smacked it into it, the buttstock into his face, broke his nose, messed him all up, and they sent me home for the day because the soldier almost shot me.
Yeah.
And so that went, and they moved him into another platoon, got him away from me, but it was still a daily thing.
They
where
didn't arrest him for that?
No.
Charge him
No.
for attempted
Yeah.
murder?
No, it's basic training.
At the very least, you'd think, okay, you got your wish, you're out.
No.
Dishonorable.
So then the very end of it, during the FTX, we do a convoy live fire where they all get on the back of a 510. We drive around and they all shoot at the targets, stuff like that, with all these sandbags and anything like that. And then at the end of it, they have to dismount off the 5-ton. Well, if you 5-ton's a good 10 feet off the ground at least. Well, as he's getting off the truck, I assisted him to the ground. And that was the last I ever saw that soldier. But that was probably like the craziest moment as a drill sergeant.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of dumb stuff that happens and a lot of crap that I had to deal with, but that one right there was just like,
yeah.
Yep. So I don't know where he is now. I don't think he survived the military, but I know we graduated his ass.
No.
Yeah. Oh no, you're still going to graduate. Remember, this was like 2008 when we were in the soft, touchy-feely.
Yeah.
Like we were coming down to that point in the military where they just changed the PT program, so it was all that soft, easy, gentle stuff. I even got in trouble once because there was a soldier falling out of a run, and I screamed, "God damn it, get up there in the run!" And a captain from another unit came over and chewed my ass because I said, "God damn it," to a private. That we weren't supposed to do things like that anymore.
No.
And that was when I knew I was done with the whole drill sergeant thing, and that was the end of that. But yeah, so it was around that same time frame. So yeah, they graduated that person. Yep.
Jeez.
So that was probably my most interesting moment as a drill sergeant. There's a lot of fun stuff in between, but that one stays with you.
See, that kind of spurred some conversational
There you
topics
go.
with me there. But to answer your question for you, because your question was, what was my funniest moment in boot camp?
Yeah.
Okay, there is this one time. I mean, I found it funny at the time. You had to be there to see it. I know every joke that starts off like that, it doesn't sound funny. But there's
So this one time.
Yeah, exactly. That's usually how it starts. So anyway, there's this one time we're sitting in our bunks in boot camp, and you have you have duty. They get you prepped on that pretty early in boot
Fire
camp.
guard.
Yeah, fire guard,
yeah.
fire watch, dude, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah.
There was one night I'm sleeping in my bunk. It was like 11 o'clock a.m. I still couldn't sleep because at that time they had me on double rations, and they stuffed me like a goddamn turkey. And so I'm still having my food trying to settle, but I'm like wide awake because I'm just feeling stuffed as hell. Well, I hear one of the drill instructors at the time. He's talking to one of the fire watch, and he goes, "Okay, hey, and listen here, recruit. You're gonna go ahead and do this." and you're just gonna go ahead and go wee woo wee woo. And we're like what? And I'm just sitting. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy planning? And so he goes wee woo wee woo, and he goes, no, louder, and I want you to scream it. And so out of nowhere we just hear wee woo wee woo wee woo, and this kid's just running down the middle of the squad bay, covered in like glow sticks and bandoliers, and he has 2 red flashlights in each hand. He's going wee woo wee woo woo all the way down one one of the squad bay all the way back, and we're just sitting there. We all jump up out of our rack. Like, what the fuck's? We all start laughing, and half of us are coughing because more than half of us are sick in boot camp. Whenever you're clustered up with that many guys, and we all start laughing, and Joel's like, "Shut the fuck up! I don't want to hear any of you laughing. Don't you hear him? He's giving a wee woo alert." And I was just like, okay, man. I'm like, oh my god. I remember the kid and everything, like the smallest, skinniest kid in the whole entire damn like platoon at the time was just sitting here, just yelling and hollering, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. And I'm just like, oh my god, man,
that reminds me of when I was in basic training.
Here we go. Yeah, now down the rabbit hole.
Dude, almost just like that. So we had a kid, and I felt bad for him the whole cycle. He was a specialist in the Navy. He was a submariner sonar guy.
Yeah.
Like, smart as hell, was already an E4, and for some reason, he joined the Army. Like, he got out of the Navy and joined the Army.
You're going the
Maybe he
wrong
was tired
way,
of being
bud.
in a submerged tin can.
Right?
So, fair.
Drill sergeants found out about this like really early on. And so they would make him low crawl around the bay going boop, boop, boop. And what made it worse is because he tried to correct the drill sergeant. He said sonar doesn't actually make any noise. That's just in movies. It doesn't sound like that when you're reading it. When you're actually watching it, it doesn't sound like. So he tried to correct the drill sergeant. Drill sergeant had to do this shit for hours, all the time, all the time. We couldn't find a soldier or something was missing. Hey, radar, get down there and fucking out in the field, everywhere. Oh. But it's just crazy because as soon as he graduated, they pinned him as E5 because he was already prior and he already had all this other stuff. So when he switched over, as soon as he graduated, he got E5.
Well, it sounds like they made him earn it.
Oh. But that just brought that to my mind, just making somebody do dumb shit.
And to answer your question about what's the most Marine thing we've ever done, it'd have to be like, I hate this. Like,
Okay, is it a bar or a whorehouse?
it's a whole country.
So Thailand?
Yeah.
Second, first, what I'm gonna be proud of is our unit got paired up. And here's what pisses me off about this fucking news article was because it was a European news article. Like, this made like European news like in multiple countries, and it was United States military forces show up to Iceland and drink the whole country dry.
Yeah, there you go. There's some
Yep.
Marine.
And there was an aircraft carrier, and I was on the USS, I believe it was the USS New York, and we showed up to this country, and we were stuck on ship for like already like 2 months sober, and we're just like, dude, we gotta get something in our systems, whether it's alcohol or put our pecker in terms of the women. Like, we had to find it. I mean, we're thieving bastards.
Something, not someone.
no, something.
Yeah, someone. Hey, you have to be open here. It's 2025
Yeah,
now.
right.
Yeah. But anyway, we show up to Iceland, and dude, we didn't even the news articles gave it a little bit of like workaround, like they're like, oh, within a week. No, it was like within like 3 or 4 days. We like went to bar, just getting 2 beer limit didn't exist. We didn't care. And for the most part, luckily, most of our higher ups were just like, hey, as long as you don't act fucking stupid, you're fine. But no, we literally we started to notice it after like 2 days, because we could show up to a bar or a pub and they'd be like, we ain't got none left, man. It was like, oh, okay, well, where's the next place? Like, well, we heard this pub over here had something. So like it'd be like you would notice like, holy crap, there isn't no Iceland natives here. It's just Americans. And we just started pounding back drinks, and they'd be like, that's it, last call. And it's like, dude, it's only 7 p.m. And they're like, no, we're out. It got so bad they had to start asking for emergency rations. Well, I don't know about emergency, but like surplus rations from England to get shipped over after we left. And you can look this up too. It's actually I'm not bullshitting.
I vaguely
you.
remember hearing about this.
No, it was like I didn't think nothing of it until after we left, and then like we go to I think our next stop was Plymouth, England, and we go there and they're like, "Are you the same Americans that drank fucking Iceland dry? You Yankees went ahead and had to steal all of our beer. Yeah, it ain't even our country." And I was just like, "What are you talking about?" And so we Googled it, and yeah, no, we literally drank Iceland dry, and we're just like, "Holy shit!"
See, Marines. There you go.
Hey, the sailors may take
That is
credit
exactly
for that.
what
That
I was
BS.
hoping for when
Yeah.
I asked for the most
There you go.
Marine story.
Because if it was just sailors there, you know for a fact that all their seltzers and cocktails would have been ran dry, but not the beer and rum or the whiskey or bourbon.
But we do love all the branches, by the way. Disclaimer.
Yeah, we're just bullshitting. I have to give some flack to the brothers.
Absolutely. And that's the great thing about it, too. Is like anybody outside of the military tries to talk shit about the military, we're all going to mess you up.
Oh yeah.
But inside the military, we're terrible to each other. But that's how you know we love each other.
Right.
Yeah? It's like a bad family. Yeah, it's dysfunctional from the outside, but inside it all works somehow.
Mm-hmm.
I
Right.
mean, I don't know. The families that give each other shit are usually happier than the
Yeah, the ones that pretend.
Stepford wives.
Yeah. They pretend to smile for the public, and then private, they're terrible human beings. Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of fucking modern day like family influencer YouTube channels or whatever.
All right.
Sounds like a lot of modern day people, period.
Real quick, I'm going to throw out one little thing here because I try to sprinkle a little bit of my congressional stuff. Just so people can see this, and like you can go and literally fact check by doing nothing more. You don't have to do anything crazy or research anything. Go to all the people that are candidates right now in the district and around the state if you want, however you want to do it. You can check other states. Check out all their Facebook pages and all the cute little posts they make or the smiles and the handshakes, and then go look at all of the comments on the post. People asking questions or people wanting to talk to them. And look how they never get an answer. Nobody replies to any of them. And then go check out my page. And even people making a funny comment or just a simple, comment on there. And I've answered every single person every time. So if you ever want to talk to me or you have something you want to go over, if you don't want to come into the brewery, just message on there and watch how quickly I reply. I mean, for the last 6 years, my average reply time is like 8 minutes between the brewery and now my congressional page. So just go give it a try and go post something or ask a simple question to all the candidates and then come and ask me the same question. See how long it takes for a response. There you go. Back to that. I wanted to get that out of the way because I've been watching the other candidates for the last couple of weeks, and it really bugs me that I have nothing against any of the candidates, but if you have a public platform you're trying to get people to pay attention to,
You should at least be responding to a percentage.
right? At least some.
Or have
I mean, I
someone in your
understand.
employee do it.
Yeah. If 100 people all commented on one of your posts and you can't get around to it, I understand that. But when, it's like 15 to 20 or 30 questions or comments or even saying, hey, way to go. Like even the person who replied to me on that one, I still said, hey, thanks. Appreciate it. Respond to them. Show them that you are paying attention to it and it's not just some other staff member you have that's, making these little posts. And
Well, I mean, even having a staff member reply was just some benign BS would be better than no response at all.
Exactly.
It
I'd
just
rather
comes off a template.
Yeah, but damn, that bothers me because like I've reached out to a few of them just to talk to them. Not as an opponent or not as somebody who's running against them. I'd be like, hey, I'd like to be able to sit down and talk to you sometime. Because I mean, we got like 4 Democrats and then another independent besides me, and maybe 1 or 2 Republicans. I haven't really noticed. I know Crank's in there, but nobody likes Crank, and he's the worst about it. Like I haven't seen him reply to anything. But the rest of them, I've like reached out and be like, I'd like to talk to you. Like I'll say it right now. Joe Reagan, who's running as a Democrat in my district, I think he's got a really good shot on the Democratic side because, I mean, he's a veteran, does a lot of great causes and things like that from what I've read, but I never wanted to talk about anybody until I met them in person because I think meeting somebody face-to-face is far better than reading posts or seeing some slander or good or bad publicity about somebody without actually meeting them and looking them in the eyes. It's like all the people that email the brewery about wanting to do an event or set up something, or they want us to buy or sell something with them or whatever it is. I always tell them, come into the brewery. I want to meet you face to face. I want to know who you really are. Like we just had a nonprofit reach out to us today, and I said, can we talk in person at the brewery? And now I haven't heard anything since. But it's one of those, I want to see who you really are. I'd love to meet all of these people. The only one of them I've met was completely by accident, and the look she gave me said everything I need to know about her. Because but the rest of them, I'd love to just meet them, you know? Not to slander them or talk bad about them, and just be like, who are you as a real person? Because until November, we're all throughout the primary when it's just Democrats and Republicans, I'd love to be able to know who they really are and maybe even support one of them and be like, hey, I'm still going to win. But on the Democratic or Republican side, I'd like to see who's good, you know?
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, any one of them, if you want to walk in this door any day of the week, I'd love to talk to you because I've reached out to every one of them and not a single one of them will answer me.
Yeah.
Even the guy who's running for mayor, the guy who's running for governor, veterans, awesome people.
And you find somebody like that, and that's somebody that you can go in and say, hey, even if I don't win this race, this person shares my stance on these different issues.
Like, I mean, like right
so
here.
it's like, even if I don't get in, I want somebody with my...
Yeah, the same kind of vibe I've got and the same kind of things that I feel are important. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd love that. So if you're interested at all, just go ask every one of them the same question, then ask me the same question and watch how quickly I answer you. There you go.
Not a whole lot of politicians, like he said earlier, like they don't do that.
No,
and
not at all.
You mentioned like at least hire someone to do it, but even then, it still feels like there's a disconnect because then it's like, oh, you hired a guy to go ahead and respond and whatnot, but then how much of that does that individual actually translate that to the person that hired him?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, so anyways, what you got?
Here's a rant I've been sitting on for a little bit.
Uh-oh.
It's a type of person, and we all know this type of person. It's the person that will complain no matter what's put in front of them.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh yeah, like I'm sorry, your steak is too juicy. Like you put a brick of gold in front of them, and they're complaining it's not shiny enough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's like, I guess that would fall under entitlement.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Or just that sense of they have to complain about something or something has to be wrong in their life.
Yeah.
Just so they can, And then they try to encircle that with everybody else.
Yep.
Like their life is bad or it's not good enough, and then they have to force it on everybody else.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, oh, poor me, I only got a $70,000 car this year, not a $100,000 car. Well, fuck you. You know? But it's the same way, like no matter how good it is, like we've had customers in here, gave them the best treatment, everything the best we possibly could, and then they'll find some asinine thing to get.
Thanksgiving. We don't usually hear it too much on those, but there's different things we'll do where we're giving something for free.
Absolutely.
Or whatever it is. And oh my God.
Yeah.
The gall on people to complain about free stuff.
Yeah. When they're getting it for free and you're doing all of this for them out of the goodness of your heart, not even getting paid, and we paid out of our pocket for most of it, and then to turn around and almost 100 people had a great day, everything was wonderful, everybody was happy, and we didn't get any reviews. And I don't mind that at all because most people don't leave a review no matter what. But then there's that one person that'll come in here and complain and give us a 1 or a 2-star review on the same day when everybody's having the best day.
Oh yeah.
And we went out of our way to do something good for them.
And that's the set. Okay, here we go. Here's a good PSA that leads us into. We all a lot of people leave reviews. I'll admit I don't leave that many, but when I do, 9 times out of 10, if I'm leaving a review, it's because of something good.
Yeah.
Be quicker to leave those good reviews for the people that are doing right, as opposed to the bad reviews for the ones that mess up. I mean, if you should have even.
Yeah.
Like you should post your review whether it's good or bad and be fair.
Yeah.
But I've noticed a lot of people will sit there and absolutely love their experience, but they won't do that. And that does, I didn't realize it before getting into this.
Yeah.
But those reviews, they attract business. They can be that determining factor. Do I want to go here or here? Yeah. And it helps get people's name out.
Yeah.
Or even to further highlight that too, it's like, look, listen, one, if I click on your profile for Google reviews and all I'm seeing is negative reviews for every single place you've been in. That just goes to show a lot
It's
about your
you.
personality.
Yeah.
It's just
Control.
you.
Yeah, we've had a few people like that where we've gone and they left me a bad review, and I was like, crap, well, I wish we could have done more. And I'm genuinely, it makes me feel bad. I'm like, man, what could we have done to make this experience better? And a lot of times is people are afraid to let you know that something was wrong in the tap room.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because there are breweries I've been to where you're like, hey, this beer wasn't quite right. I think something may be off. And they'll get mad at you. Here, you tell me, we will instantly get you another beer, make sure it's good, apologize for it. We will do all of that. But on the other hand, there are people that will literally, you click on their name that left you the bad review, and you look, and they've left a bad review everywhere they've ever been. And I'm like, holy crap! I mean, you're that bad.
The self-proclaimed critics.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all they are. Really, just a little bit better than trolls.
Yeah. But it's we're
South
not
Park did it.
we're not begging you for good reviews, but I mean, the other day, Friday night. We had 2 Christmas parties here. Between the 2 groups, we ended up having over 120 people. Overwhelmingly, people had a great time.
Fantastic.
One guy came in here and said that our beer tasted like cardboard and gave us a 2-star review. And it happens, but instead, you could have come up to the bar and be like, hey, man, I think there's something wrong with your beer, or can I get a different beer?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Without hesitation, every person who works here would have absolutely gotten him another beer, apologized, taken good care of him.
Yeah.
But instead, left here with 119 other people who had a great time. And that one guy didn't have a great time. None of the people who had a great time left a good review. That one guy who had the bad time, though, he will absolutely leave that review.
Yep.
And it just... That's the part that hurts, because we want to make it right. We want to make it good here.
Yeah, it's like,
give me
we're
that
not
chance.
begging for reviews. I'm just saying in general, if you leave reviews, leave the good ones too.
And not only that, but to follow on top of that, look, listen, if you go ahead and leave a 1-star review for Walmart or KFC,
Oh, yeah.
it
Who's
ain't gonna
leaving
hurt them
reviews
at
for
all.
Walmart?
Oh,
You're
yeah.
still gonna go regardless.
I mean, like fast food, like you said, KFC,
Yeah.
McDonald's, Walmart, stuff like that.
It doesn't really affect them.
No.
Why are you reviewing them to begin
What are you talking about? There's a couple. There's a couple.
Everybody
places
knows
here-
what you're getting.
Yeah, there's a couple of fast food. Like there's a
There's
Taco
a-
Bell that's got like a 2.6
Yeah,
review, and you know what? That line's still out the door because you know.
I lived next to one of those. They could not get an order right to save their life.
But people still go every day because
Exactly.
nobody cares about Taco Bell, McDonald's, place like that. You're not looking at the reviews being like, oh, this is a good one.
But flip over the card, and then when it comes to small businesses that are just trying to thrive, people, the first thing they do is go to the reviews, and they
Yep.
judge them based off of that.
No.
You're not going to do that for KFC or Taco Bell, Walmart,
Exactly.
whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But you got to understand and be sympathetic and realize that does actually impact small businesses.
But if it's terrible, and it's been terrible for quite a while, I completely understand that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
if it's
that's a
a
different story, yeah.
one-off experience, give us the opportunity to
Yeah.
make it right.
I've got to have 2 or 3 bad experiences at a place before I'll be like, okay, I'm
I'm
gonna
done.
leave a bad review.
Yep.
No, if I have one really, if I have one good experience, yeah, I'm gonna throw that review.
Yep. I've been to places where I went one time and it was awful. Waited a couple months, went back again, had a great experience.
Exactly.
There's that brewery. I'm not going to mention their name, but I went a couple of years ago and we had a terrible experience there. And I went back about 6 months ago and I had one of the best experiences I've had in this town, hands down. And I told the staff that too. And they said that they changed over a bunch of the people that worked there, including one of the managers.
Recognize
But
anybody else there?
It was night and day difference. And I told them that. I said, this is the best experience I've ever had here and one of the best experiences I've had hands down in this town. Whatever you guys did, this was an amazing change because I was not going to come back.
Yeah.
But we were on that side of town and I was like, hey, let's go check it out. And it turned out just much better. But I didn't leave him a crappy review for that one
Some
bad time.
variation has happened. This has happened more than once because I'm having trouble narrowing down which one you're talking about.
Yeah, but it was good to see so much of an improvement.
Yes.
And all it took was a couple people, and I didn't leave him a crappy review that one time. And now if I'd have gone back this time and had that same terrible experience, then I'd have been like, okay, it's this place. But it was some of the staff members. And it had been completely changed and fixed. So apparently they'd heard whatever was going on, and they made the change.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing here. We had a problem there for a couple of weeks where we had really bad tap lines because I went through and changed all the tap lines, everything all brand new, but then used a new cleaning agent that we hadn't used before that had been highly recommended. And then every beer tasted like sour or like plasticky for almost 2 weeks, but it took a few people telling me that that's what it was, that I went back through, tore out all the lines, did it again. And thankfully, those people didn't leave me a good review. They walked up and told me.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the second we knew that that's what the issue was, I immediately replaced every line, went back to the old way we cleaned, and now everything's great again. But it was those people coming in and telling me, not leaving me a little crappy review. They came up and said something, and I immediately affected a change.
Yes.
That's all you have to do. Like the other night, guy came in, got the Santa's Little Helper. The day before it had been fine, but something happened, and the next day it had finally started to turn a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm not too big to it. Happens. Beer ages. So the guy came in. He was like, "Hey, can you check this for me? I think it's a little sour." And I took a sip, and sure as hell, the beer had finally turned. And there on the spot, I pulled the keg out. He's like, "Oh, it might have been just me." I was like, "No." And I yanked the beer, and we had nothing on that tap for 2 days, which is only the second time that's ever happened since we opened, because I didn't have another beer ready yet.
Yeah.
But I'd rather pull that tap than serve bad stuff.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. No.
So if they tell us that, we
Your
immediately change.
little proverb written on the front of the recipe book.
Yep. So the recipe book here for the brewery since day one when I founded this brewery. On
I
the
think
front
that
of-
was before we had the LLC.
Yeah. On the front of my recipe book, it says every bad beer is an opportunity for somebody to take your customers. And that's hands down, I stand behind that. Now, if one or two people come in and be like, I don't think this beer's right, it still tastes good to us, and other customers are still enjoying it, it might just be your taste buds. Everybody's taste buds are different.
Yeah.
If I give 10 people the exact same beer, one or two of them might tell me they don't like it, but that doesn't mean it's bad beer. Everybody's different. Now, overall, if that's the response I'm getting, and we also taste it, and it turns out that way, boom, it's gone. I will dump $3,000 worth of beer before I'll let it sit on tap.
Perfect example. Eric the Red. You hate brewing it because you think it tastes like dog water.
Yeah.
That's why.
one of the best-selling
but
ones, right?
everybody loves it.
Yep.
Love it a lot.
Everybody loves it, which is why Miss Renee has taken it over.
Yep. Every year, it's one of our top sellers for St. Patrick's Day because it's a traditional Irish red, and I think it's awful. But my opinion is not the overwhelming answer on that. Everybody else seems to love it, so I know that it's okay. That's why we need like a few people to say, either way.
It's a democratic dictatorship.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Well, I'm the same way with IPAs. I cannot stand IPAs. So if there's plenty of breweries around that kind of only have IPAs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't leave bad reviews or anything. I just don't go there. Or I
Oh
just
God,
don't drink the IPAs.
the people. That's why I gave up on
my
Untappd.
God.
Untappd, the app where people can rate beers. I refuse to read it except unless I want to laugh. Like I have seen people leave 1-star reviews for an IPA. I don't like IPAs. This IPA
Therefore,
wasn't
I'm
good.
good.
Then why the
And
hell
I'm
did
like,
you drink an
what?
IPA, dipshit?
Yeah, and you can't. How are you going to rate something you don't like, anyways? I love those. That's why some of those are so funny. The way they'll leave the. So I don't even look. I have no idea where our beers rate on Untappd. I do not look. Every now and then I'll go in there and I'll read a funny comment, and that's it, just to remind me. The people. Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's way beyond Untapped too.
Well, yeah, it's everywhere.
So we're looking at a little over 40
Everyone
minutes.
opinions.
Okay. So are we? Anything else? Did we cover everything?
I'm good for this.
This is a
episode.
good
Yeah.
week. Yeah. All right, great job. Hey, thanks everybody for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, whatever the thing is. If you're on Spotify, Amazon, or YouTube, that's where you can find us. Please enjoy. And like I said, I look forward to some comments, even if it's just going, Tess, does anybody really answer this? I will answer you, I promise. So remember, everybody,
Don't just do it.
Wackadoo
Wackadoo
it.
it.